Hey there guys, how's it going? It's AfraidKnight, and today we're going to be talking about unfinished video games. Now, it seems to be kind of a hot topic after the release of Street Fighter V this week or last week. So fighting games as a whole aren't really my type of thing. I remember playing them when I was very young, and it was literally just a case of button bashing with your friend and this, that and the other, and it was good fun at the time. And I think it was games like Tekken I think I was playing. So I mean, that's really my kind of experience with fighting games, and I'm kind of gutted, especially with Street Fighter V, because I was doing my normal research when a new game comes out, and if it's a game that I'm kind of interested in, I'll look into it a little bit and find out, obviously, number one, these days, if it's working, number two, has it got much content and all that kind of thing. Everything that what I think that everyone else should be doing, and not pre-ordering the game but doing your research before you buy the game. So yeah, I was kind of interested enough to do a little bit of research, and I do want to play a fighting game, and a good fighting game, and I don't think you can go too far wrong with the name of Street Fighter. It's the leading one in the genre, and I think it's the one with the biggest competitive esports scene. Now, I know that it's not really relevant to me, but you know, it kind of speaks for itself. You know, it's the biggest one in the genre. So I'm doing a little bit of research, watching a few videos, looking at the review websites, and a lot of people have just come out and plainly said that this game just isn't finished. It just hasn't got some of the main features that you would expect from a fighting game, like a 1v1 mode or a fully cinematic story mode. I mean, I saw one guy do a story mode. It lasted literally 2 fights. It lasted probably 3 minutes to complete that character's story mode. And what gets me the most is that Capcom have come out and said that they are planning on introducing a story mode, but not until I think it's April or something. I mean, how ridiculous is that? If people weren't made aware before this game's release, which they wasn't, how the fuck does this qualify for a full price release? Because it's £40, $60, which is total bullshit. I can't walk into my local game and say, here's 20 quid for the game, and when I get the money, when I get paid at the end of the month, I'll come in and give you the rest of them. It doesn't make sense, because they're not going to give me the game straight away. I'm going to have to pay the £40 up front. They're not going to accept half the money. But why should we accept half the fucking game? And I get the fact that game do not actually make the game, and they don't dictate whether or not it's finished or not, but what they do dictate is whether or not they put it on their shelf or not. I can't put anything in my line of work on my shelf unless it is a finished working product that is fit for purpose. And I get that it's a different industry, but you tell me another industry that can get away with this BS that the video game industry does. And I know a lot of people are going to throw at me about Grand Theft Auto, but Grand Theft Auto 5, they did have a full-blown trailer before the release of the full game, which actually said that the online will follow 2 weeks later. So the ball was in my court. I could choose to go and pick up the game 2 weeks later, so I have a full game. I think there's a massive difference between an unfinished game and a broken game. Both not acceptable. I'm not saying that either one is acceptable, but there is a difference between it. I mean, the case with Street Fighter V is because I think the pro circuit is just about to start, so they wanted to have the game in people's hands so they can start playing the game and getting it ready for the pro circuit. And I do get that, and I haven't got a problem with the developers wanting to do that, but what they should do is do like a £10, $20 release, digitally only, that has a few features like maybe multiplayer only, all of the characters, people can get used to everything, whatever, but not a full price release. I mean, that is ridiculous, and this seriously needs to stop, and we need to stop buying into it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a rating, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.